LifeQI is a platform for registering quality improvement projects in our trust. It runs outside of trust systems and is accessed via your internet browser. Type LifeQI into the search bar and click on Login or Sign Up if it's your first time. The site guides you through a 5-step process to get a license. Enter your first and last names, plus your nhs.net email address. LifeQI will email you a code that you need to enter into step 2. In step 3, create a password. Confirm it in the box below, and then press Continue. Click on Choose Your Organisation and select North London Foundation Trust. Type in your job role. Press Continue. Press Accept and log in, and you've completed your registration. You may want to make LifeQI a favourite and access it from there going forward. I'm going to show you how to set up your project in LifeQI. First, go to the project area by clicking on the Projects tab on the left side navigation bar. Once you're in the Projects area, click on the Start a New Project button on the right-hand side. A box will appear that will guide you through the 6 steps to setting up your project. The first step is to give your project a title. Please take care to give it a title that concisely and clearly describes your project. This is a mandatory field, so you'll need to fill it in to save your project. But don't worry, because you will be able to go back at any time and update any of the fields if needed. Next, you'll need to outline your problem by explaining the issue that you're addressing. Once you've done this, press Next. In the next step, you will state your SMART aim. SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-bound. You will find some helpful hints and examples by clicking on the blue and white I next to each box. Then add the rationale or reason that you're doing this QI project. Once you've done this, click Next. You'll then need to decide who will be on your project team, so you can invite them to join you in LifeQI. The platform will automatically put you as the lead user and the trust as the lead organisation. To add colleagues, click on the Invite New Members button. A search will find staff that already have LifeQI licenses. For each one, click on the blue plus next to their name and use the drop-down arrow to choose their role in your project. Please add your division's QI advisor or QI facilitator to your project team so they can see your project and support you. And also add your division. Each of them starts with NLFT, so by typing that in the search bar, you can find it easily. If the person you're looking for doesn't appear in the search bar, then click on Can't Find Someone and enter their NHS email address. They will receive an automatically generated email inviting them to join. Once you've got your team together, You have the opportunity to decide on the privacy levels of your project. Please leave it on the default of only members can view. This means that only members within your project are able to view the details. The second option is everyone can view, which means that everyone within LifeQI is able to see the details of your project. Once you've completed these sections, click on Next. In this section, you're able to link priorities, which we don't do here, so you can leave that blank, and add tags, which can help you to categorize your product. We've created some trust ones, which are prefixed with NLFT. When you've completed this, click Next. Now, you can say when and where your project is taking place. So this project is starting today and will end on a date that the team has decided, which is the 31st of July. Then add where exactly your project is taking place. So the name of the ward or department or area, plus the name of the site. And when you're finished, click Next. The final step is to click on Create Project, which saves your project to the platform and redirects you to the project general page. LifeQI uses a score from 0.5 to 5.0 to indicate a project's progress. The platform does not update this automatically, so it's up to the project lead to do so. Every project starts at 0.5. As you progress with your work, you will need to move the score on. To do this, click on Change Score. A box will appear with the titles of all possible progress scores. You can click on each one to see a description. Once you have chosen the one that most accurately describes the current state, then scroll down to the end and click on Change Score. LifeQI provides helpful templates for your driver diagrams, measures, and PDSA cycles for each project that you are running. These can be accessed from the area at the top of the screen or the summary box here. Let's start with driver diagram. Using the template here saves you having to create your own in, for example, PowerPoint. The aim statement that you created before is pulled through to the driver diagram. You can then add your own primary drivers by clicking on Edit and then the plus button to the right of the aim statement. You can add secondary drivers by again clicking on the plus button to the right of your primary drivers. And finally, add your change ideas by clicking on the plus button to the right of your secondary drivers. If it's helpful for you, you can color code each of these and add a key to the bottom of your driver diagram. The platform allows you to pick a color and then put a label against each one. Don't forget to hit save, as LifeQI does not automatically save any of the changes that you make. In case you want to make any changes or additions later on, you can use the edit button at the top to go back in. Let's look at measures and charts next. Please be mindful not to include any patient identifiable data here at all. To create a new measure, click on the New Measure button. This will open up a box that will guide you through a 3-step process to creating a new measure. Start by choosing a title for your measure. Be as descriptive as you need so everyone is clear what you're measuring, and then use the drop-down box to decide whether this is an outcome, process, or balancing measure. You can use the operational definition box to describe your measure, and when you've finished, click Next. Add your data collection plan into this box, being clear who is collecting this data, when they're collecting the data, and any other information they might need. The chart type defaults to a run chart, which is likely the chart that you'll need here. But in case you want a different chart, you can use the drop-down to choose the one that you need. And finally, you need to indicate the data collection frequently, so how often this piece of data should be collected. And when you've finished, click Next. On the final page, you have the opportunity to link your measure to one of the drivers in your driver diagram. And when you've finished, click on Create Measure. For each of your measures, you can add your data and create charts. You do this by clicking on the arrow at the end of each one, and you can click Add Chart, give your chart a name, and then add your data. Label is the date, and value is the measure at that time. All of your data points, or you can cut and paste data from Excel. And when you're done, click Create Chart. Moving on to PDSAs. Create a new PDSA ramp by clicking on the button there. You'll be taken through a 4-step process to create a new PDSA. Start by entering the title, then describe the aim of your test. You can link it to a change idea from the drop-down menu. When you're ready, click Next. Use the drop-down menu to indicate who's responsible for this PDSA, when it will be completed, and where they're doing it. Here you need to describe what you think will happen, tasks that need to be done. In prediction, describe what you think will happen when you carry out your PDSA cycle. Your measures, so you know which data to look at. And once you're finished, click on Create PDSA Cycle. Before you start your project, you may want to look at what others have done already. Or you may be working on several projects at the same time. You can use the search functionality to find projects stored on the platform, both from our trust and externally too. Bear in mind that LifeQI automatically filters for your own active projects, but you can click on filters to turn them on or off. If you're looking for projects around training, click on I'm a member to turn that off, and my organization's a member to make that active. And it will show you all projects within our trust that have the word training somewhere within them. If you untick the My Organization's a member, it'll open up all the projects within LifeQI that have the word training. You'll be able to contact the project lead and find out more about it.